After perhaps the single worst year in Dave Grohl's life, we finally get this new album, but here we are. And boy, if the last few albums, Concrete and Gold and Medicine at Midnight, have kind of scared you away, then I think this one is going to pull you back in. Songs like Under You, Hearing Voices, and The Teacher are some of the best the band has to offer, and we have Dave on the drums again for the first time fully since Color and the Shape, which for a lot of people that was the GOAT Foo Fighters. I believe Wasting Light is, but that's just me. But yeah, that's the summary, because most people can't be screwed to watch more than a few minutes. But if you want to hear more details, then stick in, because we're about to dig into every song on here. And of course, we start with Rescued. This was the first single, and immediately, just from looking at a lot of the titles, you knew exactly what this whole album was going to be about. Not only Taylor, but also his mom, Virginia, which he mentions a lot in the Foo Fighters songs. But I think this one is mostly about Taylor, though. Actually, these first two, I think, are about him. But yeah, Rescued, it's pretty solid. You got your clean riffs, you got your punchy verses, you got your catchy chorus. Although, I'm not crazy about the way it transitions into the chorus, where everything drops out. I think that's just kind of whatever. Especially when you get to the last chorus. It just keeps doing that same bit, and I'm not crazy about that, but pretty good song nonetheless. But then we get to the next single, Under You. This is where Dave really taps into what people used to really love about the Foo Fighters, about just having really great riffs and really catchy vocal delivery. The chorus, especially when he says, "Out from under you." The way he sings it is super catchy. The way the ride is mixed in this album too is especially neat. A lot of great leads, but really it's the vocals that really carry this song. And actually a lot of these songs is vocally, I think this is Dave's best work that he's ever done. And next up we have Hearing Voices, and this is actually another one of my favorites on here because I really love the verse riff, how it kind of sounds eerie, and the way the bass punches through everything, and the way he's singing it, it sounds like it's a constant cry for help, and I got that shit stuck in my head so much. I've been hearing voices, none of them are you, I can't get that out of my head. And really, the ending of this song is so damn cool. The way it morphs into it sounding like you're just in the recording booth with him, hearing it, the raw recording audio, that is really sweet. As for the title track, I think this song really shines in the last minute or so when it gets kind of heavier, and especially the very end when he's going ham on the set and all the guitar slides and stuff. I think that's awesome. Everything before that is kind of your standard stuff. Not crazy about this one, not one of my favorites, but it's still pretty good nonetheless. The Glass has a lot of choruses in it, but it's a really good chorus. Again, like I was just saying, how Dave really steps his shit up vocally. The way he's singing, I Was Left to Live Without It. Really, really good stuff. Really love how it sounds. And then we get to Nothing at All, which they did debut in that little announcement concert of announcing their new guy, which honestly, I don't know who he is, but he's obviously been around the block, so I'm curious to see how that's going to go. But yeah, Nothing at All, just like The Glass, the chorus is really where it's at. The verse is okay, I suppose. Just the build-up on the toms and stuff, the pre-chorus, and then the actual chorus itself, where it's probably the heaviest this album gets is this chorus right here. And yeah, the little verse riff, they kind of remind me of Shame Shame, but a lot better, where they're single note strums. But yeah, pretty solid song. Show Me How is another single, which I stopped listening to them after Under You because they just kept releasing them. There was 2 singles in a week, which was crazy. But yeah, this one has his daughter on it, Viola Grohl, who sings on the entire track, and I think she sounds really nice. Especially when the guitar harmonizes with her in the very intro. Sounds really damn nice. And just, I really like the riffs in there. They're very long, wavy, and the ride on this song, like I'm saying, like, the way they produced it sounds really damn good, especially on this song. It really highlights it. And then we have Beyond Me, and out of all of these, this would be my least favorite on here, because, like several other songs, the vocal performance is really the highlight, and it's a lot of just piano, and I could totally... This sounds like the one where the producer had the most input, because I can easily hear this song. You strip away everything but the piano and vocals, and you can hear some stupid-ass artist like Ariana Grande singing this song. But it does have a pretty good solo section where it goes a little ham, which is pretty nice. But yeah, I'm not crazy about this song at all. Unlike our next song, and now we have The Teacher, and this is where I was really surprised. First of all, it's a 10-minute song. I can't believe that they actually put this one out as a single, because this would have been a cool song to like fully experience. I mean, I didn't listen to it, but it would have been cool to see a 10-minute track on the album without having previous knowledge of, oh shit, there's gonna be a 10-minute song on this album. And the intro, the way he's singing really low, he does not do very often in this band, or even at all, and that's pretty cool. The constant build-up after the first chorus, where it like rides on the crashes and stuff. I was expecting something to happen there besides going into just the second verse. Like, there was a lot of build-up for no reason, really. But yeah. After the second chorus, this is where the song gets interesting. Because I always think back to Comeback. I think back to Comeback off of One by One. And how goddamn cool it is. How there's like a whole acoustic break in that song. And I was just thinking, like, man, they're never gonna do this, something like this again. Because every song is just gonna be the verse, the chorus, and maybe a little bridge, sometimes a solo, and that's it. They're never going to like expand a song beyond just that. And then we get this song, where you get the clean guitar strumming and like the hushed vocals, and just the way he's singing it is really great. And then when the drums finally come back in with that little lead on top, oh bro, that sounds so damn nice. God damn it, I just wish that lasted a little bit longer.
That's what she said.
And the way they build up into the outro when he's screaming goodbye and the final like noise explosion on the album. Damn, this is a good-ass song. And then we get To Rest, which is another good-ass song. Although I do kind of wish this song stayed acoustic, because The Teacher just did the big explosion blowout thing. And then we get Rest, which I just kind of would have been nice to have like a 5-minute outro, like a descend, like a nice epilogue. But then it goes up again, kind of like slow heaviness, kind of repeating the same lines, but yeah, and then it goes back to acoustic. And if you know me, you know I don't listen to lyrics, but when something hits, when something stands out, I really notice it. And the final line on this album, I noticed. When he says, I had another dream of us in the warm Virginia sun, there I will meet you. That hit so damn hard. The first time I heard it, I got like chills, because I was like, damn, that's really good. I don't even know why it hit me so hard. I don't know why that, out of everything on this album, especially stood out, but it did, and that's awesome. So yeah, the first couple songs, the last couple songs, really damn good. A lot of the middle, it goes from like okay to pretty solid, but yeah. This is a great return to form for the Foo Fighters, and really, like, this whole white cover art and everything on here is just blank. If you open it up, everything is just pure white. I think this is like a clean, like the reset for this band, and I'm very curious to see where they go from here. because, yeah, perhaps the most important album of this band's career, with the exception of like Color in the Shape and Wasting Light. They will be the first band I will redo a ranking on, because since I did my last one, they've released a couple things, so I think it's time for a redo. So in the midst of Dad Rock Month, we're going to have Foo Fighters too, because fuck it, why not? So I'll see you next week for that. I'll see you this week for the next Dad Rock band. And yeah, until then, listen to this album. It's really good.